Hey y'all, hey, it's Saturday or Sunday, depending on when this video goes up, and that means it's time for our weekly savings challenges. And we are working on some very important Christmas and fall themed challenges to help us save up for Christmas. So, will we finish any of these? You'll have to tune in to find out. Hey y'all, happy weekend. I say weekend because I'm not really sure if this will go up on Saturday or Sunday. It just kind of depends how my weekend works out. But it's Saturday today as I'm filming this, so I hope whatever day you're watching this, you're having a fantastic weekend. I'm ready to get to some savings. I am feeling much better after being sick last week, so I am just thrilled about that, and I am ready to get some saving done here. So let's talk about what we have planned for today's video. So we have our autumn cozy autumn vibes from GB at Income Babes. We've been working on that, so we're going to get some of that done today. I'm not sure how much, but we are going to try to finish that one up as soon as possible since we are moving very close to Thanksgiving and into the fall season and into Christmas. We have our North Pole box, which A from Alicia, A for Alicia, I'm sorry. So we're going to see how much we can get done on that. And then we have our normal Christmas savings challenges that are here in the red binder. So we're going to see what we can get done on that. So I'm going to put the red binder up and the North Pole box up for now. I'm going to set this aside. But before we get into all the super fun stuff, we got to take care of business, right? We have our emergency fund savings challenge, our OPOOP challenge here. And as always, we have at the minimum of $30 to put towards our savings challenge or towards our emergency fund this week. So we're going to be coloring in two of our little friends here. I'm going to do that while I chat with you guys, talk to you about how this week has gone. So as I said, yeah, like if you saw my videos last week, I wasn't feeling well. Turns out it was COVID, which actually was the first time I've had COVID, which I don't know, lucky or not. So I can tell you, I was lucky in that it really wasn't as bad as I think some people have had it, certainly in the past. And I really didn't even think that I had it, but I did just go ahead and take a test just to be sure. Since I work in an office, I didn't want to get anybody sick, and I'm glad I did because it turns out I did have it, as did my husband. So we have been in the house, staying safe and making sure not to get anyone else sick. So I am feeling much better. I think my husband is as well. He has asthma, so sometimes it's a little bit harder for him to get over things like that. But we're both on the mend, and I'm thrilled about that. So hopefully you hear a little more pep in my step than I had last week because I'm certainly feeling it. All right, so we have to bring our red binder back out because we forgot that we have our emergency fund saved in here, our OPOOP challenge. So let's see what we have. I think it's about time that we can kind of condense this down a little bit and make it a little easier on us. So let me do that really quick. So 20, 40, 60, 80. Nope, not quite. Well, we could do 50. Yeah, let's do that. Let's take this 50 and these two 20s and a 10 and get 100. 100 for that. So we'll put that away. All right, so let's see how much we have in our emergency fund so far. I believe our goal for November was 650. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 620, 30, 40, and 45. So with one more week left to go of our November savings challenges at 45, we are pretty close, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 620, 30, 40, and 45. Yep, just $5. $5 to go. So As long as we're able to save our normal 30, we will definitely hit our November goal for that. So that's great. And if you are interested in this savings challenge, it is in my Etsy shop, which I'll link below. It's a digital download that you can print off if you are interested. Everybody seems to like that theme. All right, so let's talk about our normal savings challenge budget for this week. So as I mentioned, we have 3 binders that we're going to be working in for this video. And I have a total of $210. There should be $210 here to spread out over those 3. So let's see if we've got that. 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 96, 7, 8, 9, 200, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. $210 that we are going to try to spread over those 3 binders that we need to take care of this week. Let me organize my bills here. I'm kind of feeling like I'd like to wrap up the Cozy Autumn Vibes by the end of November just because we have so many fun Christmas challenges, and that is kind of when I think the end of the fall season officially ends. We move into more winter times. So with that meaning, we have two weeks left this week and next week to wrap this challenge up. So let's see what we've got going in here. So we finished one of the scratchers last week. We have several icons left on this one, and this envelope is getting very thick. We've got several that we need to roll for here, and then we've got two rounds of Shut the Book and several more activities. So this might work out just right if we try to knock all of these out in the next 2 weeks. What do you say? Let's try. Let me get a scratcher here because up first we will be taking care of a couple of scratchers on this page. So this, as I've mentioned before, is a digital download, one of GB's digital downloads. And so I just put stickers on it myself. All right, so 2 and 3. Let's go ahead and take care of this third one. And 2 for a total of 7. All right. Right? Yeah. Had one of those moments where I was like, am I counting correctly? All right, so we're going to add $7 to this. And we'll count all of this up when we are done. So I hope y'all had a good week. Like I said, I was sick, so it was a lot of sleeping and laying around and reading, which I'm not necessarily complaining about. And I still had to work from home some of the days, so it was a little bit challenging because some days I just really didn't feel like it, but there was a lot to do at work, so I had to, just make it work. So all right, so on this one we have several icons we still need to take care of. There is a bonus down here that we've been trying to do. So let's see. Let's do at least one bonus and then we'll see what we can do with the rest. Okay, so if you get a 1, add an extra 1. So I'm thinking that to mean the 1 plus another 1, so 2. So we're gonna add 2 to whatever icon that we pick here. And I think I'll do, here is this $3 window, so we have an even 5. Let's do one more bonus. Ooh, 5, that's what you get. Okay, so we're gonna add 5 to an icon. Let's do this $2 candle for a total of 7. All right. Now I'm going to go ahead and finish off this row. We've got a $1 pumpkin and a $1 delicious coffee or hot chocolate of some sort. And let's go ahead and finish off this row here. We have 2 and 2 for a total of 4. I'm going to put 1 back and grab this 5. All right, so for this week, we're going to be putting a total of $18 towards this challenge. You guys see that? I've got my lighting kind of set up different this time. And you know what? I hate to stretch these envelopes too much, so I'm going to take a minute here and condense. I don't want to necessarily count, but I definitely know we can take care of some of these ones. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And I'm going to pull them from my prop bills because these aren't even Christmas themed. Okay, let me make sure I counted that right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I can find all my Christmas tins. Here we go. There's one. All right. And then let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I'll double check that again. I'm a little bit disoriented today. So I apologize for that, but feeling so much better and I'm in such a better mood. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Get another 10 over here. And that will just be a little easier on that envelope. And we're still not going to count because we want it to be a secret or a surprise. But that way it's not quite as thick. There was a lot of ones in that one. All right, our next one is the roll and save. We're going to do at least 1 or 2 bonuses, and the bonuses are if you roll a 1 or a 2, you're going to add some. All right, so it's a 4. We don't have to worry about adding anything there, so we're just going to color in a 4. Got a weird color scheme going on this time. Okay, let's roll again. 5. We'll do this one up here. Let's do one more. Oh, we got a 1. We're going to save an extra $1 to our 1 here. So for a total of 2. All right, we're going to one, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to trade in that for this. And now we have 11. So we have 11 going in so far. Let's see, we still have quite a bit on this one to go. So let's go ahead and go again. Oh, a 6. Well, that was what I was thinking in my head. We needed to knock out a 6. So that works. All right. So we've got 6 going in. I guess for now we'll stop there. All right. I have no idea how much this one's going to save us, so it'll be a nice surprise. For sure. What do you guys think about these box challenges? I find they are the most motivating for me of all of the challenges. And I like all kinds of challenges, coloring challenges, dice games, and scratchers are all great. But for some reason, I seem to be able to save the most with these box challenges. And it seems to just be a lot of fun for me. All right, so with Shut the Book, which is like Shut the Box, we're going to roll 2 dice. We're going to see what we got. Okay, so 5 and a 2 is 7. So we're going to start with the 7. All right, 5 and 3 is 8. Well, that's nice. I will take care of that. 3 and 1 would be a 4. 3 and a 2 is a 5. I'd like to see that 9 and that 6 get out of here. Okay, so 2 and a 3 is a 5. We've already crossed off the 5, so our option is to cross off the 3 and the 2. Not looking good. Oh, wait, there's that 6. Spoke too soon. Okay, so we have a 9 and a 1. And we got 7. So we are not able to save or cross off anymore. And we're going to add the 9 and the 1 to save a total of 10. Let's do one more round. We may be asking for trouble here. 4 and 1 is 5. 4 and 3 is 7. 3 and 3 is 6. Let's get that 8 or that 9 out of there. 7. 4 and 3, so we can cross off the 4 and the 3. 3 and 3 is 6. We are in trouble. All right. See, this is what we get for going that extra round. Probably should have saved it for next week, but okay. So 9 and 8 is 17. 18, 19, and 20. That's going to be an even 20 going in for the last round of Shut the Box or Shut the Book. So we will count that when we finish the whole challenge, but this will mean we won't have to do our last round of Shut the Book next week when we are trying to wrap it up. All right, so the last challenge in the binder are the Cozy Plans with Friends. And what we do with this one is we take these cute little cards and we select a card. It tells us what activity we're going to do, and then we're going to roll the dice to find how much we have to pay for it. Okay, so number 16 is host a cozy dinner with friends, cook a warm, comforting meal, and enjoy it together. And it's only going to cost $1. What a bargain. What a bargain. All right, so we will cross that one off. Let's do another card. Number 8 is try knitting or crocheting. Make a scarf, blanket, or cozy accessory. Do you guys like to knit or crochet? I actually like it a lot. I don't do it anymore, but I did teach myself to crochet a while back and enjoyed that a lot for a while. All right, so that's number 8. We'll cross that off. It's going to cost $3. Probably for the yarn. Let's do one more. Number 5, make a a DIY fall wreath. Use leaves, pine cones, and ribbons for a personalized touch. Definitely something I can see myself doing. It's going to cost us $5. And that was number 5. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 activities left for next week. Do we feel comfortable? We have to make sure that this money stretches over 3 binders. But I definitely want to make sure that we can get this done next week. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and do one more activity. This one is number 6. Host a movie marathon. Watch classic autumn or Halloween movies. $4. All right, let's take a 1 back and grab this 5. And then let's take this 5, these 2 5s, and grab a 10. All right. And that was number 6. All right, so that will leave us with 4 activities for next week, which hopefully will make it a little easier to wrap this up. All right, hopefully we are setting ourselves up for success there. You never really know. All right, I am going to do one more piece of business here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, and 20. And go ahead and grab a 20 in here. Just trying to keep things condensed and also give us plenty of bills for the remainder of our savings challenges. All right, so we're going to put this back up. And for this week, we will be done with Cozy Autumn Vibes. So, question will be whether we will be able to finish this up next week. So we've got a couple of scratchers left. We've got a few icons left. Quite a few dice for Roll the Dice. We've finished Shut the Book, and we have 4 more activities for our Cozy Autumn Vibes activities. So we'll just have to see. But I'm feeling pretty good about that. What about you? All right, so up next, we need to take care of our North Pole box. And we've got quite a few icons left to go on this one, so it may take us a week or 2 or 3 maybe to finish this up. We'll just have to see how it goes. We're going to move this out of the way because all we need for this is our cards. All right, so these are the ones we haven't already completed. So I'm going to turn them over, shuffle them up a little bit, and we will see what the game will give us. All right. Oh, we're already here. It's this adorable little cottage. You know what it reminds me of? Have you guys seen the Holiday? It's got Jack Black and Cameron Diaz. Ah, love that movie. Oh, and Jude Law. Yeah, Jude Law. Okay, so $15 for this adorable cottage, which reminds me of that movie or the cottage from that movie. $15 going in there. All right. We're just going to set that there for now. Let's pull another card. Another house. Hey, we're going to get to finish this one off. Okay, so that's $10 going towards this. And I'm actually going to go ahead and switch this out for a 20. Our last 20 here. And we have finished off this card for North Pole Village. So that's fantastic and exciting. All right, let's draw another card. Oh, we are headed to the Husky Sleigh. There it is. All right, so we only have 2 pups left, and this one happens to be a $10 Husky. So we will grab that $10. Making a lot of progress, getting close, getting to the end of the... Oh, look at that, and that's our other Husky. Like the universe wanted us to finish some cards today. All right, so $5 for him, and we are done with our Husky Sleigh. That is amazing. All right, let's see. What do we have left? We still got a little bit. Let's do a couple more cards if we can. All right, so we are headed to the Toy Factory, which is right here, and we have got a $5 Nutcracker. What a deal. All right. $5. Now, what do you say is the chances of that car? This one last little icon being under here. Ah, okay. We're not that lucky. All right, we are headed to the reindeer page. This is just the cutest little box. Okay, here's our reindeer, and luckily this guy is only $5, but I need change. Let me see what I've got. Okay, so I have 5 ones, which means I can put those 5 back and grab a 10, and we can cross off this guy, and he is all done. All right, what do you say? We probably need to get to our red binder before we totally run out of money. So I think we're going to call it good for North Pole box. I don't want to forget about this one in the back. We will play this one next week for sure, but this is a roll and save in the back. Kind of a bonus. I have no idea how much this one saves either, which is kind of the fun for me with these box challenges. So I'm going to be excited to count it all up here in a few weeks, it looks like. All right, let's put all our money back. We are getting very close. And that is exciting. How are you guys doing on your Christmas shopping and preparations? I have not started. We have started decorating the house, but no shopping yet. No shopping yet. And being sick last week also meant that I haven't even shopped for Thanksgiving. All the groceries and whatnot that we need for Thanksgiving. So I'm not gonna get stressed about it because I know I will get it done. But yeah, little bit nerve-wracking the weekend before Thanksgiving because that means I'm gonna have to go to the store. Okay, I'm gonna switch a couple of these out so that I have some different denominations because I used all my 5s. Again, this is another plus of having prop dollars. Still saving with the same amount of money, I just have access to any different denomination that I need. All right, so those will go away. All right, let's see. What do we have now? Oh, it is time for our red Christmas binder of fun. A red Christmas binder of fun. All right, so we have several challenges that we are working through here, and we've got quite a ways to go on all of them. So we're just gonna knock a few out here. Let's see what we should scratch. All right, so this one comes from Budgeting Introvert. It was a freebie that came in my order of this dice tower, and the dice says we need to look at me scratching that onto the floor. Don't mind me. All right, $6. I'm gonna say let's call that good for this week, just because we have so many to get through. We can always come back to it. All right, this one's one of mine. I'm not sure if we're sold out of this one or not. Ho ho, what a year! You guys can read the rest on that, but I definitely share this sentiment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, $8. Kind of feeling that after being sick for a week. I am not used to being down and out that long, so it was quite a challenge to struggle for that long, but I am just grateful that I didn't have more serious outcomes and that I was able to get over it fairly easily. All right, let's see. This one comes from Snow Gardener 307. It was a freebie in one of my orders. Christmas on my mind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One. Oh, I thought that was going to be a 1. It tricked me. Woo! All right. 10, 11, 12, and we will definitely call that good. I've not been doing a good job of counting what we've got in here so far. Let's do that. All right, so far in Christmas on my mind, 20 or 10, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, and 29. So a little over a quarter of the way on that one. That 12 was ouchy. What that was. All right, this one's just one of mine. I created a long time ago. We're just going to color in one bulb here. We need a green, I think, for these multicolored lights at $10 a bulb. We'll have to step this one up on the weeks that we have a little more to save. And I don't know, maybe it'll go towards our Christmas lights next year since we've already paid for Christmas lights this year. All right, so Penguin Party, which was a freebie I downloaded from Windmill Ridge Budgets and More. And let's see, we got 1, 2, 1, 2. That's a 1. All right, let's see what else our penguins have in store. A 3, 1, 2, 3. And a 4, so that makes for an even 5. Like it when it works out that way. All right. Let's go ahead and go again. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2. We have a 2. All right. And let's do one more. There's a lot of scratchers on this one. So 1. And that would be a 3. 1, 2, and 3. Does that mean we have, yep. Let's take that 5 and this 5 and make it 10. I know I'm doing it all crazy, but that's just how my brain works. Okay, let's get our little vacuum here. So yeah, I don't have much to talk about from this week because all I did was read. I kind of lay around, did a little bit of work when I had to, but not a whole lot happened last week. So sorry, I don't have much to tell you. You guys have anything exciting to say? 10, 15, 16, 17, and 18. It's a 65. So 18 out of 65 for this one. All right, and the last one in this binder, so we may be circling back on a couple that we were awfully careful with, is from Buttercup Budgets, freebie I found. It's a roll and save. So we're going to do 3. And let's do again a 2 for a total of 5. Let's do one more. And a 2 for another 7. So that's what we got last time, which was 7. So if we did this right, we should have a total of 14 in here. All right. Yep, we have 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14 in our roll and save with Buttercup Budgets. All right. So the good news is we got through all 3 of our binders and we have a little bit of money left. So we have some choices to make. We probably ought to need to do a little bit more here on this one because we've got a little ways to go. Let's see what we get if we roll again. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Get over here on this side. Well, that is either a 1 or a 7. Let's see. I'm going to compare. I think that's a 7. I think that's a 7. All right. Okay. So $7. We still have quite a bit to go. 1. All right, let's do this one down here. 10. Well, there you have it. There's a 10. All right. Perfect. So we'll be putting another $17 in this one. Let's pull out what we got. I don't think I've counted this yet anyways. So we will do that now. Lots of 1s in this. All right, so let's see what we have in budgeting introverts. Cookies and milk. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, and 48 out of 75. All right, we'll call that good for this week. We got a little more done. Okay, this means now that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left, and I don't know what I think. This is too much of a risk. She got me good. This is can be amounts 3 through 15, so I don't think I'm going to risk it there. We need $10 for one of these, so our option is to scratch another one of these penguin parties, to do a roll and save, which could end us up with an IOU, and the other option is to do the roll the dice. I'm going to risk it with penguin party because we still have quite a few scratchers on this one. Hopefully we don't end up with an IOU. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. $2. All right. No IOU and still have a couple dollars left. All right. So the question is, do we feel lucky to get $3 or less? And I do not. I do not. I do not. I do not. I am going to go with stopping there, and then we will take our remaining $3 and go to our good old catch-all roll the dice challenge. I just don't like those IOUs. Just don't like them at all. All right. Okay, so I roll the dice. We have $3 left, so we're just going to color in a 3. One down here. This is also available in my Etsy shop if you're interested. This one is really popular. I think people like the colors. So it's a downloadable, printable if you're interested in that. All right. So with that, we have successfully navigated 3 of our binders for this video. We ended up with no IOUs. We didn't complete anything, but that's okay. We have another week in November to work towards completing I think that next week we will focus heavily on getting this one done since we want to transition over into some Christmas games that I have planned for our December Savings Challenge videos. But we'll just have to see how it goes, all right? So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a like and a comment down below. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing. We'd love to have you join. Oh, speaking of subscribers, guys, last week I mentioned this in my video. We did hit 200 subscribers. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I can't believe it's already gotten that high. But I did release a freebie, so if you'll look down below on my Google link, you will be able to find the freebie that I released for 200 subscribers. So, all right, with that, I will say until I see you next, I hope you all have a great rest of your weekend or whenever you're seeing this, and y'all take care. Bye.